Here's my theory.
Right.
And I've noticed this. My wife and I have butted up against this several times in recent weeks, and you probably have also.
Okay.
And I've noticed it in the health industry. I've noticed it in government offices. I've noticed it in private enterprises. Lord knows you've noticed it where you work just as I have.
Mm-hmm.
All the cutbacks of all the recent years, and it's happened with everybody. Everywhere you work, it's happened.
Yeah.
Where they get rid of a guy, and now all of a sudden you've got his job or her job. And one person, you used to have a full-time job, now you've got two full-time jobs.
Right, and the old one used to keep you plenty busy.
And nobody ever explains how, let's see, I used to work full-time doing this, and now he used to work full-time doing that. Now I'm doing both. Something's got to give, but nobody ever has that discussion.
Right.
That's never even brought up. It's like a mathematical truth.
Yeah.
That something's got to give,
but it's never even discussed.
Why, I can't imagine.
We're pretending that nothing has to give.
Yeah.
It's a bizarre emperor has no clothes, la 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 attitude. I'm not listening.
But we've clearly crossed some sort of line where nothing works right anymore. You know, because there's a limit. There's a limit to how many times you can do that. And we've seen it. We've seen it in our industry, and it's not just radio. It's everywhere. I know, because I know enough people, and
right.
You just read the newspaper. It happens everywhere. But for a while, it worked, you know, and it was pretty amazing. You get rid of that guy's job. They just consolidate it. A couple of people pick up the slack and work a little harder, and a few things drop through the cracks, but everything seemed to chug along. But I think we have crossed some sort of line, and everything seems to be falling apart. You go to any agency, a hospital, around here, anywhere you work, things that used to just have to get done don't get done anymore. Wow. And we've crossed some sort of line to where we're into severe incompetency everywhere. And I don't know. I see it all the time.
Could just be a period of adjustment. Well, the economy was bloated by fakery, by fraud at the the whole inflated housing boom and home equity mortgages and these fake securities being sold by Wall Street, et cetera. It could be the collapse is going to be difficult to manage.
But 6 people can't do 10 people's jobs.
Not well. No, certainly not.
And at some point, the real stuff starts to fall through the cracks. And I see it all the time. And I've got several examples that I can't talk about on the air, but you've seen them in your life, I'm sure. Where it's just like, how did this happen?
Right.
How did this happen? How did they not see that? How did this not get done?
Right.
And at some point, it just ceases to function.
You know, the corollary to your theory, your explanation, is that government is bigger than it's ever been, but has that same feel to it. I just think, you combine duties over and over again and fewer people, and people just start to think, well, screw it. Obviously, they don't expect me to do all of this well because that's an impossibility. So screw it. And they get enough done that the people